Ooh, sounds super loud on my screen.
Well, is your volume pumped up?
I think it's up, dude, all the way.
Well, we've uncovered the mystery.
Don't you love it?
Problem solving is my favorite.
That's so funny. All right, we're live into Facebook, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, hello, LabCoatAgents universe and the fellow Zoomians.
That was like so random and unenthusiastic, Randy. Come on.
Dude, it is late over here. I'm on the East Coast.
It's only 4 o'clock.
It's been a long day. I got my Falcons playing tonight. Thursday night football. I got tickets to the game. So
well, then let's hurry up. What the hell are we doing?
Watch it and look for me. I'm going to paint my body.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
No, I am not. I certainly am not.
Oh, I love it. All right, everybody, let us know what city and state you're from. If you're from Georgia, you get extra brownie points because Randy is from Atlanta. And I'm in Malibu. Randy's in Atlanta, somewhere over there. Let's get started. We're going to talk about YouTube, and this is a sponsored webinar by Chime. We're going to bring in Chime a little bit, but mostly it's about taking you through a process of helping you start creating content that can touch the demographic that you want to reach out to. And really, it really starts off with these 4 things. And so I'm just going to take you really quick to show you what something looks like as a finished product so that you're able to imagine and think of the things that you need to look for. I'm just going to take you to my YouTube channel. Let me just find it on my screen because there are some things that I'll also want to show you when it comes to YouTube. Here it is.
While you're doing that, Tristan, let me just set the stage a little bit for everyone. If you don't know who Chime is already, we are an IDX CRM platform that's hyper-focused on lead conversion, right? So why are we doing a discussion today about YouTube? It's like kind of head scratching because Chime is not a YouTube marketing company, right? The reality is Chime is lead agnostic. We don't care where you get your leads from. You can buy them online. You can have a sphere of influence or past client database of 10,000 people. It doesn't matter. We're lead agnostic, and our technology and our tools are meant to be used by our clients to help convert leads at the highest possible rate. Now, today and into the future, video is very important, and YouTube is the main channel of which you can actually reach broad audiences with YouTube or with videos and generate leads, right? So we're actually today going to be discussing how Tristan is using YouTube, how you can use YouTube to generate leads. And when you have those leads, what do you do with them? Well, you plug them into the best lead conversion tool in the industry, which is Chime. And we'll cover some of those tools as well about how you can use Chime to convert the leads that you'll eventually be generating off of YouTube. So just wanted to help everyone understand what the flow of today is going to look like. It's mostly going to be Tristan talking despite my opening monologue. And I am...
That was funny, dude. I like that.
I'm very grateful to have your time and attention today. So we'll let Tristan get back to the fun stuff, and when it comes time to talk about boring CRM related activities, then he'll toss it back over here. So
yeah, let's
get after it.
Let's do it. All right, I've got YouTube up. So here we go. I'm going to just show you some things, and get your pencils and pens out. If you're taking notes, I'm going to shift over to my YouTube channel once I find it. There it is. All right.
Also, just by like show of hands or comments or like however you do this on Zoom, comment yes if you are already creating videos. I don't know, is there a more creative thing to say? Comment YouTube if you're creating videos. There you go, Jake already said yes. I love it. If you're not creating videos already, I want to hear like moment of opportunity here. Put in the chat why you're not creating videos today. What is your biggest fear?
I'm scared of you, Randy. That's
Well, that's fair.
that's my number one fear.
That's fair.
All right, here's the back end of what YouTube looks like when you log in. This is what typically when you're logged in as yourself, you would see. You would see your little picture on the right. And if you want to take a look at all of the videos you've got, just click on it and you would see your channel. My channel pops up. You would see all of your videos right here. And you can see mine have graphics, right? And so the very first thing I want to tell you is I want you to think of what niche you would want to have. There's a really good friend of mine, and he's on, even though this is on YouTube, he's on TikTok a lot more because that's where he grew his audience. It's actually this guy right here. His name's London, and London's got 7 million followers on TikTok.
Wow.
And when I was talking to him, I was just texting him actually right before this. And he said, look, Tristan, the secret is that you creating video has to be clear in your mind. What does that look like to you on a daily or weekly basis? When you're sitting down and you're creating video, what is your niche, right? You've got to have 3 or 4 that you can circulate through. So if it's going to be real estate, that should be one, but let's get a little bit more specific. Who's your target audience when it comes to real estate? And for me, when it comes to TikTok and real estate, I'm talking to the consumer that's purchasing a home, probably for the first time, because that's who's on TikTok. But you look at YouTube, the second most visited website in the world, right? Google, then YouTube. That has a wider range. And now that they added shorts, which you could see on my screen when I go back, that gives you the ability to put these shorter videos, a minute or under, so that it starts going through people's feeds much faster because YouTube's putting a lot of attention on shorter video. Samantha's got a quick question. I need tips about how to make quality videos. Awesome. So Samantha, the lighting, the sound, the editing, that's all great. And this isn't for that. I have a whole video on that. I'm just going to put it into the link right now so you can watch it later if you want. Let me just show you. I have that video right here for you. And it is right there. I'm going to just grab this one. It is 8 minutes long. It goes through exactly what to purchase. And all the details are here right here. Exactly what to buy. Right there, everything. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you, okay? This way you have that and you can go to it anytime. There you go. But that's not what this one's about. I want you to start understanding the type of video you need to make. So let's go through niches. Let's go through pillars. I want you to start identifying it. That's step number 1. Find your niche. What does that look like? And I would say it would probably have to be like, if I'm looking to Randy, and I say, Randy, one of those is going to be real estate, right? And you're going to be targeting, let's say, first-time home buyers. So you're going to be talking about inspections. You're going to be talking about buying a home for the first time, how to prepare, getting pre-approved, all that stuff. But you're going to do it through stories because I want to engage through storytelling. I want you to tell me what's going on through those stories, whether it's you sitting with a client, whether it's you on your own, right? That's niche number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, just the importance of telling stories. Some of y'all may know who know me. Some of you who think I'm a total stranger to may not know this, but my fiance is actually a realtor. And before she was a realtor, she was actually a suicidologist, very, very niche industry. But she was actually a co-author of a white paper that was internationally recognized for the power of story selling. So story selling, if that's not a phrase you're familiar with, is probably something worth Googling, but think about your own activities or behaviors as a consumer. When you buy something, would you ever buy Chime because you want an IDX CRM platform, or would you buy Chime because one of your you heard one of your friends increase their lead conversion by 180%, right? It's these stories that people buy into. So tell a story, don't just talk about real estate in a vacuum.
I think, dude, that's the key right there. The one key that we miss, and you know what? I'm going to open this up because I want to share this too. That'll help you understand if you're trying to figure out what your niche is besides real estate. I think we heard earlier, Randy and I were actually doing a webinar earlier where we heard if it's not compelling, it's not selling. Right?
Yes.
And I'm going to attribute that to Randy now. Randy, you said it. If
I'm
it's not
contributing that
compelling,
to Samantha Michaels. She said that.
okay, very good. If it's not compelling, it's not selling. And think about that. It's telling you need to tell a story to connect with your audience, whatever that is. And so here, I'm going to share my screen with you because anytime I'm having a challenge when it comes to trying to find content to create for the consumer on the consumer side, I go to this and I created this about, let me just go to a different screen. I created this about 2 years ago. And I'm going to drop it into this chat too, so you can use it whenever you want. Randy, you're going to have to let me know if this works because on my screen, it doesn't. So can you see this or is this like a portion of it only?
I see a full calendar of November that is shrinking forever and forever.
How about now?
Now it's growing.
Okay.
Now it's just right.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right. So anytime you're stuck, go to this because I created it for our team and then I expanded it and gave it out to everybody. But today we're on, what are we, 18th? 19th. We're on 19th. No,
19th.
We're the 18th. Shit, I don't even know anymore. Thursday, the 18th. There you go.
Did you teach when you meant to sell?
Dude, sell. There you go.
Dude.
Look at that. But here's the thing. When it comes to selling, you want to sell with a story, right? So when you're giving an industry update about news, I'm going to just log in here, zoom in. Industry update about news that matters. And think about the opportunity now that you have with YouTube. It can be a minute or under, and it's considered a short. You just upload it through your phone. And all of a sudden, now YouTube's going to push that out to more people. The key is that you've got to do this consistently, right? Now you talk about teaching, then you go to advice. And when it comes to advice, Randy, I'd probably go to you and I'd be like, okay, Randy, I'm looking to buy crypto. Tell me where I go, right? And that's
financial advice.
That's where I go to for advice or giving it out because I go to a hobby, right? What's your hobby? Like tailgating, Randy, right? Where do you love to eat, dude? I think I know more about you than I knew, Randy.
The more you talk about this, the more I realize you know the answers to all these questions.
I know, it's crazy. I didn't know I knew you this well until right now. Oh, it's so funny. So the point is you start circulating through this and you find your pillars, right? Your niche. And it's really STAY. And even though we're all going through this, we're all going to answer these differently. And I think that's the key to start doing a better job when it comes to posting. Let's just talk about YouTube, but you could do it everywhere, right? And that when you're looking at YouTube, the one thing, here's my friend, I don't know if you know Tim Macy, Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim came out to LA and he came out for that whole video conference thing that they had maybe a month ago, not even.
Cool.
And in the lobby or right outside the lobby, he saw Mr. Beast. If you don't know Mr. Beast, then you're probably not on YouTube, but he's the biggest YouTuber on earth. And
he does the most outrageous things. It's like out of control.
So yes, so he pops up his YouTube because Mr. Beast asks, well, what's your YouTube channel? And he shows him, he's like, oh, it sucks. Your graphics suck. So think of that, right? The biggest YouTuber on earth is saying that graphics are extremely important, right? And so thank goodness that we work on this consistently, right? You look at ours and our graphics have the little YouTube short because that automatically tells you they're shorts.
I like that.
If they're not, like this one, this is not a short, right? Or you scroll down because we do one short a day, right? So you're going to have more of those than anything else.
Makes
Like
sense.
eight rules of follow-up is a little longer. It's not a short, right? It's 13 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this one with TD Jakes, that's just, we edited it out when we interviewed him. That's a short for like 60 seconds and it's got quite a few views. So I think we start identifying with the type of messaging that we want to deliver on the graphic. And that becomes extremely important. People are like, well, where do I go? Go to Canva. This is Canva. Type in YouTube. Look at all the choices just off.
Oh, wow.
Let's
Guys, this is like just taking candy from a baby.
YouTube thumbnails. It's right there. All you have to do is open it up, put in your picture. Dude, I think they use her face on everything. This is crazy.
Who is that?
I see her everywhere. I don't know, but I see that on like a lot of virtual assistant companies.
Oh, she seems very nice.
And so there you go. This is super easy. And look, you have other choices too, right?
You can go edit all those.
Do YouTube Shorts. Yep. Look at that. YouTube Shorts.
Wow.
Right. And it doesn't end there. I mean, if you want to go other places, you can always do Instagram too. Look at that. Instagram, everything. Anything you can imagine, it's there. You just have to type it up. And I think people underestimate the power of Canva and the simplicity. I literally just open it up and do it. So we have all of these saved because now we found kind of templates that we like, right? And this is based on my niches, right? Because I get to interview so many different people. Part of those go into our shorts for YouTube. Now, let's talk about the description.
Well, yeah, let's hold on real quick. Let's repeat what he just said. So you take these longer interviews and you cut them up into shorts?
I do, man. And that's part of the content here. I'm going to show you. There's a graphic that I created for this, and I'm probably going to give it out to everybody right now.
Y'all pay attention to that. You do one interview that's 15, 20, 30 minutes long, pull shorts out of it.
You make a video about a property that's 5-7 minutes long, right? And then all of a sudden you can edit it into an IGTV, a reel, a TikTok, and you can make 3, 4, 5 different ones. Put that into a newsletter, make a graphic out of it, put a blog. I think we lack creativity when it comes to video because we think it's just it's one piece of content, right? And it's not. You have the ability to throw this into so many different platforms, especially, dude, I don't think I can see. Let me see if I can connect my. Well, first, let me grab this so everybody has this and give it to everybody. Right. Let me grab that link. And then let me connect my phone really quick. I'm gonna drop that for everybody to grab. But I'm gonna share my phone with you to show you what Facebook just came up with a month ago. And I'm only showing you this because some of the YouTube shorts and some of the reels on Instagram and some of the TikToks that we do, we also post directly to Facebook Reels, right? And some people have the capability of auto posting from Instagram Reels into Facebook. Some don't because it just doesn't work that way. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now with my phone just so I can show you. Tell me if you can see it.
I see your phone.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go to menu, then go to Reels. You see Reels is at the top right.
I see that now.
You see that? I'm going to go to me. That's super loud. See, it's that audio problem you were talking about, Randy. All right. So you see here, these are videos that I've been posting that are videos that I've posted in other places, but I'm taking advantage of Facebook's desire to grow its reels. So it's giving us a lot of views, right? If you go to some of these exact videos that I posted to TikTok or YouTube, they don't have as many views, right? But the idea of me knowing that I need to place every video that I do everywhere, right? Is what starts getting you going. And I think we forget about that. Let's go to YouTube really quick, just so I could show you some things here. Let me turn it down here because I don't know how to control my volumes, Randy. But I'm going to go to our channel really quick, right? And now I have the primary video of what I want people to see first. So this is important. You see the very top, I have a banner. You should have a banner that reflects whatever you want. And yes, Canva has it. Just type in YouTube banner.
Was that taken during an actual lightning storm?
It was, dude. It was back. I was holding this kite and I had a key at the bottom. It was like crazy. And then this weird guy, like, I think his name was Benjamin something. He came in, he
Oh,
bumped
he had like
over.
a key tied to your kite.
Yeah, he took credit for everything. It's terrible.
Oh,
A terrible story.
and Franklin's a devil.
So if you see that, we'll go back to home. I need you to create a graphic at the top that can explain who you are, who you're targeting, right? And then know that right there is the very first video people are going to see. And that can change. But for me, I have that one. So now if I'm going to click that one, I'm going to turn off the audio really quick or pause it.
Okay.
So I want to show you, there's a couple of things that are hidden here that people miss, but Google doesn't. And Google loves this. I'm going to click down on the drop down arrow on the right. Oops, not that one, right? This one. And then all of a sudden you start seeing this. You see that? All of that, man?
Mm-hmm.
That's all Google juice, buddy.
Google juice. Tell me more about Google juice.
Google juice is almost as good as
Beetlejuice?
not as good as Beetlejuice. As good as a protein shake. This is as good as a protein shake.
Man, do you lift, bro?
I don't know. I know you do. All right. So here you
So
see
what are those? What are these actually? What are these?
this is really important because now you're using YouTube's algorithm to help you with search engine optimization, right?
Mm.
And if you stay on top of what's happening in the news in regards to real estate, and you create a video off of that, whether it's interest rates, whether it's Zillow going nuts, whatever it is, and people type it in, your video will show up first because you're typing it into Google, and Google loves to bring up YouTube videos first, right?
Of course.
So that's why it's important. The other thing is after you do the drop-down menu and you work on the great language here,
Mm-hmm.
you notice how we've broken it down into minutes, into chapters, right?
So tell us more about this. You wrote this, or someone on your team?
I actually wrote this one, right?
Okay,
This
so
was
you
me
wrote
writing
these.
it. But my team is the one that kind of split it up. And look at the bottom. Look at what YouTube did. This is YouTube. This is not us. They've broken it down into chapters, and we can just skip right in there because they know that people just want to jump to things because
Yes.
they know short videos is where it's at right now. But still, even knowing that, I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share something with you just randomly on Google. I'm just going to go to Google so you can see something with me. And I was surprised when I first saw this. Let's go to Google right here. And this has to do with YouTube now. Most visited websites in the world. Now you go to the most recent one. This is October, right? I'm going to zoom in and you've got Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, exactly like I told you. But here's the thing. I'm going to scroll over to the right so you can see what a difference in average visit duration.
Ooh.
Look who wins. Dude, double.
By a mile. Yeah,
Not
they
even
win by a
close.
mile.
And no one's close. No one. I don't care who. No one is close.
That's crazy.
Right? Except for 14 minutes. Who's 14 minutes? Oh, the Russian version of Facebook.
Yikes. No, I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah. So here we go. Scroll down. Look at that. What's this, dude? 20 minutes? Naver. I've never even heard of Naver, but it looks Korean, Japanese, maybe. And that, to me, is extremely, extremely important.
It's also important to point out that so obviously people are there on average for 21 minutes, which is a signal that it's okay to make longer videos. Like Facebook wants your 3 minutes or less or something, 2 minutes or less. YouTube is okay to make longer videos because people will go there and they sit there and they watch videos. That's fine.
And John, what link were you referring to? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the links you mentioned earlier, please? Randy, do you know what links those were, buddy?
I would envision it was the Google Drive one. I know you copied that. I saw that.
I dumped it in there, guys. I dumped it. Just scroll up to the top of the chat. I put it in there, John. So take a look at that. So as you dive into this and you start first identifying your niches, like, I know who I'm going to talk to, or I'm going to use Tristan's STAY method, right? Just to get started.
Yep.
Then then you say, okay, now let me outline. Like I literally have every single video that I make, I have it outlined first. I have this red notebook, and if you watch my videos before, you know every single video I make, I have it outlined first. So I actually think about everything, right? I don't just, well, hey, I'm going to make a video. Although there are some people, I had to log off and, oh, let me put that up there for you then, John. Hold on. I think this is the one. I know there are some people that just jump in and do this, but here's the thing. If I am going to make a YouTube video, I'm not just going to blab off some stuff without knowing where I'm going, especially if I'm targeting my audience that wants to buy a home. Let me pick a topic and let me hit up on 3 things. And let me start with a story because I want to hook you, right? So I think outline it, even if it's like 3 things. Here's one I did. Where's the market heading? It's a YouTube video. It has 3 points. Rental prices are up, home price forecast, and where are the interest rates going? Easy. But I know what to talk about. And if I never ever need to talk about it again, because that's such an easy topic to bring up, I'm going back to this, right? And so that's the second thing. Once you find your niche, then do yourself a favor, outline it, because that same outline, you're going to go into the description on YouTube. You're probably going to type some of that up. You'll be like, okay, got it. I know what I talked about. Put the description in there. And then you go to Canva, get a great graphic. And then people are like, well, how are people going to find my video? Right? Well, dude, that's partially where Chime comes in, because our biggest database is in Chime. And for us to be able to reach out to our past clients, to our sphere, because they're in there. And if I've got a pertinent video, I said, hey, Randy, it could be a text or it could be an email. Hey, Randy, I just made this on where the market is heading. Take a look at it. And it's on YouTube. So that's going to give me more views on my video, right? So as long as you're making great content, you can start doing that. But look, you've got to start somewhere. And it could be with your friends and your family, as long as your content is really good. And the best way to do it, Randy, is just to outline things, because I think people overestimate, and that's what makes people anxious. They're like, I'm going to get on video. What do I say? What do I do? Outline it, right?
That's so important. That's so crucial. Let me pull up a client side of ours here that went all in on video, and he's generating a ton of business as a result. I actually just saw him at EXPCon. Shout out.
Nice. Who is it?
Ben Meyer.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, good dude. So I'm actually going to share my screen. I'm going to volunteer him that I showed his website today. So this is the Chime site, right? You can see we've got a video on it right here, and you can see this is coming from YouTube, right? So it's not like you're filming videos just for your Chime site. This is all stuff going on YouTube, and you're also copying them directly into Chime. And I believe under this learn section, he's gone all out on videos here, right? Like this is
dude, that's one piece of, see, after you've created all these videos with the right topics and the right graphics, you let the graphics tell what the video is about. You can itemize this on your website, right? And all of a sudden you give yourself more Google juice in regards to SEO. If each of the videos too has a description in your website, that's one thing that I would probably add a little bit to this one, just to put the description in underneath each video.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I can say he probably kept it pretty high level here. Oh, y'all couldn't hear that, could you? Anyways, yeah. So like Tristan said, this is how you win the Google Juice game, through videos. Do you have a lead capture, or like how now that you've built out this phenomenal YouTube channel, how are you capturing interested people from it? Like, what is their?
You'd be surprised at this level now, as I'm growing it, where the leads come from, man. It's really from them listening to the content and just responding within the comments.
Interesting. All right, so tell us more about how you manage that.
It's not even them having to sign up to see anything. I give them call to actions in there. I'm like, hey, please subscribe. And that does work. So please subscribe.
Makes sense.
The other part is, look, I've got this great thing over here. Just message me here and I'll send that over to you, right? Or I've got this great chart for you, or I've got this great downloadable document. Just message me and I'll send that over to you. And you can go through some of the videos that have thousands of views on mine, and you can see people asking for it.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
It makes it a lot more organic. And I think people flow with that really well. Let me give this calendar out so that we can wrap this one up unless anybody has any questions. And obviously, just a reminder, this is brought to you by Chime. I'm glad you brought that great website up, buddy.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah. That's the calendar right there.
Also, if you're concerned, like you're concerned about the graphics or any of the dynamics of the creative when it comes to this, like, guys, it's going to come. And let me just show you this. We got really big at Chime into YouTube during, like, as soon as the world locked down, right? That's like, we went straight to YouTube and started doing a lot of videos. This is where we're at now. Like, you can see, you know, we've got our design team to make super cool looking graphics and all these things. But when it was just me doing it, like literally it was me doing it, that is what we did. That is what I did. Look how terrible this is, right? I mean,
but you were doing it.
This is awesome. Look at this. That has nearly 1,000 views. Well, look, there you are, Tristan. That's why it has 1,000 views, because your name's in it.
Sure.
But look, all of these crappy thumbnail videos kick the crap out of all of your non-existent videos. All of the no videos you've ever made will never have more views than the videos that your competitors are making, even if they're doing it with poor graphics. So, like, this idea that you need a studio to create a proper video is just, it's just demonstrably wrong. So don't let yourself buy into those fears, because they're just not. I mean, on the other side of fear is opportunity.
That's right, man.
I'm going to give that one to Aristotle. I don't know who actually said that.
Maybe it's the manager for the Falcons. Maybe.
Oh, Terry Fortnite or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just.
He's in his first year. I don't know if I'm sold on him. We'll see. I'm nervous.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. If you have any questions about Chime, go to Randy or come to me, either way. And if you missed any portion of this, it's recorded. It's going to our YouTube channel. And if you need any of the links, you can hit me up, hit Randy up. And if you do end up going to Chime, there is a link there, so you get some type of love.
In the chat or comment section of Facebook, there's a link. Use that to schedule a demo. They're going to know that you're friends with Tristan over at Chime. They're going to take care of you, get a great free demo set up, get a exclusive discount if you're interested in moving forward. But the reality is, make sure you have a IDX CRM platform that empowers you to take advantage of videos, because if you're using an outdated program that's not going to help you get your videos out to your database and your community, then you are going to lose to your competitor in the market who is. So simple as that.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. Randy, have fun at the game, buddy.
Dude, thank you, sir. Go Falcons.
Go Falcons.